There he is. Oh.
What are you doing here?
I'm that guy from Vogue 73 Questions. I'm here to ask you 73 questions.
Not today. Oh. I've been really forgetful lately. Must be the age. Anyway, show must go on. Let's crack on with it.
Alright then, how are you today?
I'm doing alright.
You having a nice time here at the university?
Yes, great.
And what's the best thing about being here at UOB?
Definitely old Joe. Bong.
What's the worst thing?
Probably the weather.
So if you could be anywhere right now on holiday, where would you be?
Somewhere warm.
Who would you go with?
Definitely Lexi.
Oh, is that a special lady?
Yeah, she's my best cow.
What makes her your favourite cow?
She's just gorgeous and she produces the best milk this side of Devon.
What is the funniest thing you've read about yourself on the internet?
But my crops are subpar.
Your crops are the best crops around. What is your favourite crop?
Definitely potato. Just look at this beauty.
If you could share a potato with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Michael Grove. What a man.
He is an amazing guy. Have you met him?
Once or twice. We're acquaintances, but I'm hoping we're going to be best friends at some point soon.
And what's your favourite colour?
Definitely the golden yellow, freshly dug potato.
You do adore potatoes. What is your favourite way to eat a potato?
Straight out of the ground, just like nature intended.
Do you feel that really enhances the taste of them then?
Definitely. They don't need anything else. They're perfect as they are.
Do you not have other people in your life that like to eat your potatoes cooked?
Now I'm a lone ranger. It's just me and Lexi.
Just you and Lexi? Have you never really connected with anyone else then?
Not really, but I'm hoping I'll have something with Michael.
This library certainly is amazing, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's gorgeous.
It's absolutely a treat. Is there anything you'd say is bad about this library?
Probably the barriers. They're a nightmare to get through.
Well, we can try now. Those barriers really aren't like that.
Yeah, they're not great.
So what is the key to successful farming?
Definitely maximising your crop yield.
And how do you work out how to maximise it?
Well, you study your variables, say, number of crops, collect some data, make a mathematical model, obviously with some assumptions like perfect growing conditions, no predators, and 60% crop yield is good. I mean, that's how I do it anyway.
You seem to know a lot about that topic.
Yeah, it's because I've actually got a meeting with the government to discuss.
Wait, what?
I'm supposed to be in a meeting with the government to discuss crop yield.
Are you going to make it?
Yeah, just need a quick change. Right, perfect. Let's go.
How did he get changed so fast?
I don't know. He's a wizard. A wizard farmer.
A wizard farmer?
Wizard farmer.
Come on in if you want to see a master at work. Hiya, sorry. I'm Farmer Joe, and this is how you maximise crop yield, brought to you by MMPS Group 2. Using data taken from Aspelon and Milthorpe, we created a graph showing the relationship between the number of seeds of barley per plot and the maximum yield given. Notice that the graph shows convergence. This implies that there is a point at which increasing the number of seeds isn't beneficial. Considering this from a biological point of view, it makes sense, as there is a point where competition between the crops will reduce the yield. Now, we needed to find further data to see if our assumption was valid. The figure on the left is also from Aspelon and Milthorpe, and the one on the right is a graph of data from our cousins. Notice that these graphs also show convergence, in particular this one, which shows that the convergence applies across different crops. Now, this next graph shows a relationship between time and yield and consists of 6 different quantities of plants per plot over 6 weeks. Now, this graph doesn't account for error, so we've generalised the results. You can see that all of the lines follow a similar S shape, which shows a shallow gradient followed by a sharp increase before converging off to some limit. We can see that the higher densities of plants per plot reach the maximum yield at a faster rate, therefore they're the most profitable. However, we can see that the difference between 32 plants per plot and 128 plants per plot is only 5.8. So, the profit gained by planting only 32 seeds is substantial, especially when considering the extra 96 seeds that we save. Consider this next graph of generic population growth. Looking at the shape, we can apply this to our model of crop yield. Despite the fact that the data attained from Aspinall and Millthorpe and R. Cousins is not very detailed, we can see that the shape of the curve is consistent with the one shown on this slide. There are stark comparisons to be made between crop yield and population growth as a function of time. They behave similarly from a biological point of view and produce similar shaped graphs. As a result, a model representing crop yield will be very similar to one representing population growth. We can model the yield of a crop as a function of time on a graph expressed as a sigmoid curve, much like that of a population curve. It consists of 4 phases: the lag phase, the exponential growth phase, the transitional phase, and the plateau phase. In the lag phase, the plant is slow to develop as it takes time for it to develop more biomass. Regardless of different densities, the lag phases should be relatively similar. However, the exponential growth phase varies substantially across different densities. As we saw from our earlier graphs, the higher the densities of the plot, the higher the gradient of the exponential growth phase. The transitional phase occurs when the plot starts to reach its maximum density, and the plateau phase occurs when it's reached an equilibrium. This shows us the rate of change of the weight of the plant as a function of time, where W is the weight and K is a constant. And here we can see that the yield is equal to the weight times the number of plants in the plot. And here we have the generic rate of change, but we need to consider when the yield reaches its maximum, because this is only for when the yield is small. So we have capital Y to represent the maximum yield. With this equation, and with some cleaning up, we reach the conclusion that the increase of the yield gets smaller as the yield itself gets bigger, which supports our arguments. Thank you for watching. This has been brought to you by MMPS Group 2.
Snoop Dogg. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.